Spaceman is a sci-fi film from 2024 directed by some Swedish dude, starring Adam Sandler, that British gal that everybody hates, and voice of Paul Dano as a giant CGI spider. Make no mistake, Spaceman is being lambasted by critics. I'm showing very little effort in this review because there's very little to say, but I did take the opportunity to whip out some new gear. Got a new backdrop, new camera. Still working on arranging the lights. But the point I'm getting at is that Spaceman is marriage counseling in space. Jacob, whatever we want to call him, he's Adam Sandler making a slight effort at a Chechen accent. A spaceman on a trip to Jupiter. This cosmonaut is supposed to gather some dust cloud material that has been haunting the skies for 4 years. Meanwhile, his wife, pregnant, Carey Mulligan, Adam Sandler typically does better than this. Wants to leave him. Now, seeing as how Jacob can't do a whole lot about this situation abroad, he can't really work it out with his wife either, because the telecommunication system they have set up to talk, it's actually being vetted by Raj from Big Bang Theory. Ignoring his calls and in a bit of depression, a giant CGI spider enters his craft, tells him that he's an alien from somewhere else, and intrigued by Jacob's loneliness, offers his services as a marriage counselor. I shit you not. They talk it out. The alien gives him visions, kind of goes through his brain. It's very mind rapey, but we're not allowed to equate this because it's a male. The spider is granted the name Hanush, is interested in hazelnut chocolate. I guess that's off-brand Nutella. I actually do like how there are fake sponsors for this space race program. Bomba, a pesticide that in order to use it, Jacob has to first say their slogan on air, which he does with all the vigor of a college athlete on NIL.
Even in space, don't let germs ruin your day. Bomba away.
Now, do we care that the dust collecting around Jupiter is the beginning? As Hanush says, does it make a difference? Do we see what the beginning and the end do? No, we don't. We just get a lot of, why don't you tell about your feelings? Why don't you talk it out? Come on, you don't really want to leave Jacob. He's the spaceman.
There's a place in the country for pregnant women who are alone.
That's your whole movie. An hour, 40 minutes. I guess it could have gone on longer, but this is a film that wants to be 2001: A Space Odyssey. It wants to be Solaris, and a lot of people didn't even like the Solaris with George Clooney, which frankly did marriage counseling in space better. I think a big detractor here is the mouth moving on the spider as it talks. Maybe if it was just a voice, no creature whatsoever, maybe that would have been better. But can we not come down harder on Netflix for the garbage compression it gives you in black scenes of space? Because I watched this movie on my phone while I was working out, looked fine. I go and I watch the last 30 minutes on my 4K OLED, looks like total trash. Just the compression looks like a VHS rip. You can't hardly tell any of the makeup of the spaceship that Jacob has. And yeah, Adam actually comes out. Like, you can't get Adam Sandler to yell in a movie without sounding like Happy Gilmore.
Hold on, I'm coming!
There's very little to spoil here. Oh, did they save their marriage? That's the only thing. I guess I'm not even actually getting into spoilers here, because there's so little actual substance. It's ponderous. Oh, let's think about this real slow scene over here, and look how dramatic it is as the score just kind of sweeps over. If Hanush is the Wilson of Castaway to Spaceman, we don't get enough personality. We don't get enough bonding. We don't get enough scenes of, oh, you really helped me get through this. And now I'm trying to save you. We're trying to do the Castaway thing, but it actually comes up less. Because despite not doing anything, I think people cared more about Wilson than they do Hanush. Spaceman. It might not actually be as bad as the critics are saying. It's certainly not good, but it's not, worst movie I ever saw material. I'm actually 12 minutes into Bottoms and I had to walk out. I might get back to that, but that is on a pathway to worst movie I've ever seen. So I may be getting back to that. Anyways, Spaceman. 2 out of 4 stars.
Thank you for watching my son's YouTube station. It's not for everyone, but he tries. Maybe if you bought some merch below, he'll eventually get good at the YouTubing.